They said to me there and then, we are 99.9% sure. It was a shock to the system, because obviously with cancer you're kind of, oh my God, you know. And like I said, my daughter was very young at the time, she wasn't even 2. The day I came home after my diagnosis, I remember standing in my kitchen and thinking, if they actually turn around to me and say, you've actually only got a couple of weeks left, realistically, what have I done with my life? Well, I did try to be very positive about it, and I did, like I said, I did sort of, I think my religion helped me, because like I said, I did see it as a purification of my sins. I have to say, I do wonder, because when I was having sort of the surgery, etc., I do wonder how people who don't probably have that concept cope with these things, because I think to feel that as a random act of fate that this has happened to you and it hasn't happened to anybody else, I think must be very, very difficult. I think this whole thing Islamically of seeing these things as a mercy and a blessing and trying to look at the longer view, I think that does help. Having your own business, it is kind of so all-consuming. It's trying to balance everything and, you know, have that kind of giving everything its due and giving it the right amount of time can be quite difficult sometimes. So I think that's quite a struggle in itself. My daughter's quite proud of the fact that we have the restaurant. She sort of tells people frequently, my mummy runs a restaurant. She always finds quite amusing. But then she always tells me that I'm always too busy, and I think every time she wants to play, I'm normally doing paperwork or trying to make something or do something. I'm 4 years post-diagnosis now, and sort of 5 years is a bit of a watershed mark, so I suppose it'll be interesting to see how this year goes. But, you know, alhamdulillah, so far, so good. You know, we make all these plans and we think we're going to do X, Y and Z, and in 10 years' time we'll be here, or in 10 years' time we'll do this. And when things like this happen, you realise that actually you have absolutely no control over these things. And having said that, it's actually also quite interesting. I suppose it's part of the coping mechanism, how quickly you forget that as well. It's like even when things have got very bad for me from a business point of view, and I've been very stressed and I've been kind of, what do I do about this? You sort of, you have that thought at the back of your mind that realistically, although this is very important and this is very stressful and all the rest of it, there are other things in life that are actually far more important. And I suppose I always feel quite almost blessed not to be going through that. I'd rather go through the stresses of the business and the stresses of thinking I might die in a month's time and what's going to happen to my child. You know, so it's just I suppose a lesson in life.